quite close to the ligand dipole, and as a result, so these orbitals are most destabilized. And as you can see in this diagram, so here the T2 sets orbital is most destabilized, while the dx square minus y square and dz square orbital is stabilized. Here you can see that the energy pattern is completely inverted in octahedral and tetrahedral complexes, because in tetrahedral complexes, so ligand directions and the lobes directions are face to face. There is a face to face interactions, and as a result, so energy is increased, and particularly these EG orbitals are lying along the axis, and therefore there is a greater repulsions between the metal orbital and ligand orbital, and therefore this energy is increased in case of octahedral complexes. But in case of here tetrahedral complexes, so energy of EG orbital is less, because the EG or E sets of orbital is slightly away from the ligand dipole, and therefore this orbital is most stabilized, while the T2G orbital is quite close to the ligand dipole, and therefore this orbital is stabilized. Now here this splitting between these E sets of orbital and T2 sets of orbital is known as a delta T. So here the energy difference is remains same, that is the 10 dq. So here energy of this T2 sets of orbital is increased by 4 dq, that is equal to unsplit 5-fold degenerate orbital, and similarly energy of this E sets of orbital is decreased by 6 dq. Now delta T is equal to only 0.44 delta O. That is the reason why so delta T is very less compared to delta O, because its ligand dipole are encounter face to face in octahedral complexes, while there is a no face to face encounter between metal orbital and ligand orbital, and therefore the crystal field splitting energy delta T is only 0.44 of a delta O. Now splitting of d orbital in trigonal bipyramid geometry. Now as you know that, so if the ligand directions and metal orbital directions are same, and that orbitals are most destabilized. Here you can see in trigonal bipyramid geometry, so dz square orbital point along this axis, and therefore so this dz square orbital is most destabilized, because this orbital is face to face with two ligand, and so dz square orbital is most destabilized. Now similarly, none of the other ligand are encounter face to face with any d orbital, but so lobes of this dxy and dx square minus y square orbital are adjacent. So these are lying, dx square minus y square lie along the axis, dxy in between the axis. So these lobes of this orbital are so disposed or equally adjust with this equatorial ligand and form a doublet, while the dxy and dyz orbital is most stabilized. Now these are the splitting pattern for in trigonal bipyramid. So dz square orbital is most destabilized, dxy and yz orbital is most stabilized. The splitting of d orbital in square pyramidal geometry. Now here you can image that. So in square d x square minus y square point along this x and y axis, and therefore so this orbital is most destabilized, while the dz square orbital is repelled by only one ligand, that is along this plus z direction, and therefore so energy of dz square orbital is followed by dx square minus y square. So then this it is in a xy plane, and therefore dxy orbital is slightly higher in energy compared to dxy and dxz and dyz. Now splitting of d orbital in trigonal prismatic complexes. So this kind of geometry has a historical importance. So the Werner did consider so this trigonal prismatic as a geometry when he studied the 6 coordinate compound. So ditharnyl complexes of vanadium and rhenium. So this compound having a such kind of geometry. Now in this kind of geometry, metal atom at seated inside the belly, and the 6th corner is occupied by this 6 ligand dipole. Now image that which orbital is most stabilized. Okay, now the dz square orbital is most stabilized because it is passing through two trigonal plane, and as a result there is none of the ligand dipole are close to the metal orbital, and as a result this orbital is most stabilized. while this dxz and dyz orbital are relatively close to the ligand dipole, and as a result, so these orbital are most destabilized, while dxy and dyz orbital lie in between these two trigonal plane, and as a result, so this orbital is affected but lesser extent to dxz and dyz orbital. Now the splitting order is dx yz xz is most destabilized, followed by dxy, dx square minus y square, and dz square. Now splitting of d orbital in square planar complexes. Now in D8 system, the electronic configuration is T2G6 Eg2. Means the single electron is accommodated in dz square orbital and dx square minus y square orbital. Now here the single electron in dx square minus y square is repelled by 4 ligand, while the single electron in dz square orbital is repelled by these 2 ligand. Means the dz square orbital is lower in energy compared to dx square minus y square. So if the ligand field strength is large, then the energy difference between the dx square minus y square and dz square orbital is larger than the pairing energy. So as a result, in such a situation, so both electrons are accommodated in dz square orbital. Now if the both electrons are present in dz square orbital, so ligand approaching from z and minus z direction encounter greater repulsions than the ligand approaching from x and y directions. So as a result, greater repulsions along this x, z and minus z direction. So as a result, so there is a no bond formed along this z and minus z direction, and as a result, so this square planar complex is formed. Now if the splitting is depend upon the how much the tetragonal distortion. If the tetragonal distortion is large, means if the ligand field is large, so then this dz square orbital is lower in energy than the xy orbital. So it is also depends on metal and ligand. So if the metal is cobalt, nickel, and copper too, so then the dz square orbital is round about nearly energy to the xz and yz orbital. But in case of these platinum complexes, the energy of this dz square orbital is lower than the xz and yz orbital. Now here you can see that delta sp is 1.3 delta O, while the delta T is only 0.44 delta O. Means here the crystal field splitting energy in square planar complex is larger than delta O, and that is due to here the further splitting of dx square minus y square and dz square orbital is takes place, and as a result, so crystal field splitting energy in square planar complex is larger than octahedral complexes. Now Jahn-Teller distortions. So whenever dz square orbital or dx square minus y square orbitals are unequally occupied, the distortion occur, and such kind of distortion is known as a Jahn-Teller distortion. So what this Jahn-Teller theory stated, so any nonlinear molecule system in a degenerate electronic state will be unstable and will undergo some sorts of distortions to lower its symmetry and remove the degeneracy. So this is the Jahn-Teller theorem. But so these repulsions by 6 ligand in octahedral complexes split the orbital in T2G and Eg level. But if these d electrons are symmetrically arranged, so they will repel all 6 ligand equally, and the structure will be a regular octahedral. But now here, so all this D3, D5, D6 and D8 system, so all are symmetrically arranged, means this T2G orbital are symmetrically arranged. So here all these 5 d orbital having a single electron, means the ligand approaching from this x, y and z directions, so they will repel all ligand equally, and as a result in this kind of system, so all structures are regular octahedral. But if the d electron are asymmetrically arranged, so they will repel some ligand in complex more than other, and thus the structure will distorted octahedral. Now the distortion caused by asymmetrically filled Eg orbital is much more than asymmetrically filled T2G orbital, because Eg orbital point along the axis, so there is a greater repulsion in Eg orbital compared to T2G orbital, means, and as a result, so if the Eg orbital is asymmetrically filled, so then they will repel some ligand more than other, therefore distortion caused by Eg orbital is more compared to a T2G orbital. So here these are the asymmetrically arrangement of ligand, So here this T2g orbital are asymmetrically filled. The structure of this titanium 3 or titanium 2 is slightly distorted, while in case of D7 and D9 system, so this Eg orbital are asymmetrically filled, means the ligand approaching from this dz square orbital is repelled more compared to the x square minus y square. So therefore in D7 or D9 system, so the structure is highly distorted. So tetragonal distortion is most common than tetragonal compression, because dz square generally electron are preferred to enter in a dz square orbital that is a lower in energy, and therefore so always electron excess present in dz square orbital, and therefore more repulsions along dz square orbital. So tetragonal elongation is more common than tetragonal compressor. This is the example of tetragonal compressor. So here dx1 minus y square orbital contain more electron compared to dz square. So ligand approaching from these x and y directions encounter greater repulsions compared to ligand approaching from z and minus z direction. So this distortion and repulsion results in elongation of structure in x and y directions. So structure is octahedral structure is compressed, and therefore here the compressor tetragonal compressor is less common than tetragonal elongations. So this is about the spreading of d orbital in various geometry and Jahn-Teller theorem.
Thank you.
Thank you.